everyone. If I haven't met you, my name is Lauren Stewart, and I'm on the core team here at H2O Toledo. And I'm excited to be sharing a devotional with you as we celebrate the new year. I, like probably many of you, am not so sad to say bye to 2020. It has certainly been a year. When I think back on my own 2020, I broke my arm, got COVID, got my wisdom teeth pulled out. That's just the physical stuff. Not to mention being isolated, feeling lonely, scared, anxious, and grieving a lot of things missed. It's certainly been a year to remember, but it's a year that I felt like I mostly just survived it. And as I move into 2021, I'm thinking, how's it going to be different? How can I feel joy in 2021? But when the clock struck midnight on New Year's Eve, the world didn't magically change. I mean, it's still a broken world, full of broken people. So how can we find joy in a world where we really are still just trying to survive? I find myself thinking a lot about restoration in this time. I feel like after this year, my body, my soul just needs to be restored. Maybe not back to exactly how it was before, but maybe to something new. Just feels like there's a lot missing after this year, a lot that needs to be restored. And so I was reading through the Psalms. In Psalm 72, I love this image talking about God restoring the earth. It says, "May he be like rain falling on a mown field, like showers watering the earth." Something about this image of just standing in the rain and just letting it fall on me. Just stillness, letting the rain wash over me. It makes me feel at peace. And I think what I'm really looking for in 2021 is some peace. And so I want to dig into that a little bit, this idea of peace today in this devotional. Psalm 85:8 says, he promises peace to his people. God promises us peace. Even if we haven't felt peace this last year, he promises us peace. And in John 14:27, Jesus says, peace I leave with you, my peace I give you. I do not give to you as the world gives. Do not let your hearts be troubled, and do not be afraid. Jesus says, I give you peace, but I don't give as the world gives. So maybe this peace doesn't look like what we think it looks like. He says, do not be troubled, and do not be afraid. Do not let your heart be troubled, and do not be afraid. Oh, what a mantra for 2021, right? Do not let your heart be troubled and do not be afraid. But how do we do that? How do we feel this peace that Jesus is talking about, that he's given us? I like to look to the Hebrew word for peace, which is shalom. And one definition of shalom is being uninjured and safe. And we could think about that physically, being physically uninjured and safe. And in these times, we definitely want to be healthy. We want to be physically safe. But also, this is emotionally and spiritually as well. I mean, a lot of us are carrying around baggage of wounds inflicted on us, hurts that people in our lives have caused us. They're called wounds of commission, things done to us. But there's also a lot of wounds of omission in our life. Things that are missing from our life, things that are broken, maybe broken relationships, maybe experiences or relationships we didn't get to have that are missing. I think 2020 was really a year of omission. Maybe you missed out on milestones, on experiences, on relationships, on connections. There was a lot missing in 2020. And all of that was keeping us from feeling peace, feeling shalom. Shalom means nothing missing, nothing broken. And again, it's not the world we live in. We live in a broken world. We are broken people. We live with broken people. And there's a lot missing. But we still can find and feel this peace that Jesus talks about, this shalom. And when we're looking for shalom, we want to look to 3 areas of our life: our relationship with God, our relationship with others, and our relationship with ourselves. So the first thing I want you to think about is your relationship with God. Is there something missing, or something broken in your relationship with God? I know for me in 2020, it's definitely broken my relationship with God a little bit, as it has, I think, a lot of people. I find myself looking around saying, well, where is God? And I know in my heart, he's right here, smack dab, the whole time. He's never left me. But sometimes that's hard to remember. It's hard to acknowledge. It's hard to take that step to look beside you and acknowledge God's presence. And so I know for me in 2021, to feel peace, part of what I need to do is pursue my relationship with God, because he's right here. And sometimes I'm the one who's not there. So what can you do in 2021 to fix what might be missing or broken in your relationship with God? The second thing we need to think about with shalom is our relationship with others. Is there something missing or broken in your relationship with others? And again, after this past year, probably is, because it's been hard. We haven't had those connections with people we're used to. We haven't had those experiences with people we're used to having. It's been hard to keep relationships going, to build relationships with new people. We've had to be intentional. I know for me, I have learned that I have to be more intentional. I have to sometimes be more creative if I want to thrive in the relationships I have. And so in 2021, can you think about relationships you have with others? Maybe there's something missing. Maybe there's something broken. And that's why you're not feeling at peace there. And maybe this goes beyond the people, your friends, your family, but your corner of the world. We have a small sphere of influence in our lives as we look around in this broken world, where we can bring a little bit of peace to our sphere of influence. Is there somebody who you can bring a little bit of peace to? Somebody who's not feeling the peace in their lives. Can you share a little bit of peace with them? Can you bring a little bit of peace, a little bit of shalom to your small piece of this broken world? And finally, your relationship with yourself. Do you feel at peace in your own mind? Are you at war with your own thoughts? It's easy to be when you're isolated a lot of the time this year. So how are you doing with yourself? How's your mental health? Do you feel shalom with yourself? So like we've been doing, issuing these challenges, these reflections throughout these devotionals, I'd like you to think about those 3 things throughout the week. How's your relationship with God? How's your relationship with others? And how's your relationship with yourself? Is there something missing? Something broken that's keeping you from feeling that peace? Like I said, we live in a broken world. We are broken people. We live among broken people. We're not going to feel peace all the time, every minute of the day. One day, God tells us that we will know shalom. We will know full reconciliation with God. We will know a fully healed earth, a fully healed people. That day is not today, and that's okay. But can we find little pieces of shalom in our time here in this broken world? Where can you find a little piece of shalom in your life today and as you move forward in 2021? So you pray with me for a minute. God, thank you so much that we've made it through another year. It's been a crazy year, God. A lot of times we've just been surviving, but we did it. We survived. And as we move into 2021, Lord, help us to just find peace. Peace with you, peace with others, and peace with ourselves, God. Even if it's just little snippets throughout the day, every once in a while, God, let us experience shalom, where nothing is missing, nothing is broken, even if just for a moment in time. Pray this in your name. Amen. Thanks for joining us today on this devotional. Make sure you keep up with our winter weeklies. Keep track of us on social media. We've got a bunch going on. We've got devotionals, trivia, book studies, lots of stuff to keep you connected to us while you are at home. And don't forget to check out leadership training. You have this awesome opportunity to go spend your summer in Colorado. Wouldn't it be great to get away for a summer after this year to one of the most beautiful places on earth? It'll be a summer that will change your life. I guarantee it. If you have more questions about LT, make sure you reach out to a staff member. Have a wonderful week and Happy New Year.